folks, it's Stewart. I'm doing a short, but I think it's going to be kind of a fun little recording. Basically, the Köllnischer Park section around our museum, which is, it's pronounced, I think, like March. So, Markisches Museum. So, hopefully, I got the German right this time. But, yeah, as you can see, I've expanded out a little bit. We're having some crime out here, and sadly, like, all of the Berlin police departments, it's like a lot of these things, right? They're way out here. Because the center of the city doesn't actually have many police. Which I guess is fine. Like, you gotta remember, like, I mean, if there's a police station, like, right in this area, it can probably service most of this. It's just that in our particular area, there aren't many cops, except for there is up here a station. So I did put one in, kind of up here in the general vicinity, but these streets are not accurate. So we'll have to go through and like fix up all that and see what happens. But as you can see, like there's still a huge need for residential. So I might expand out a bit. But I'm also hoping that as we build up this little park, that it will increase the land value, which will upgrade these houses, which means that we'll get more citizens. So I thought it'd be fun to jump in and do that. Now, I've already done most of what looked like the right pathing. So I think that's okay. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to... The Wusterhausen Bear, historical landmark. It doesn't look like anything in the picture. It's just like a big thing of grass. I'm trying to figure out what these little landmarks and stuff is in Köllnischer Park. Speaking of which, let's zone. We want paint park area. Very small. I'm going to extend this a little bit further. Like, I'm going to actually just straight away... I'm actually going to include this road. Oops, went over. And where the museum will eventually go. I can always erase later, and I think it'll be... Yeah, just kind of like that. And I'm going to extend it up here as well. I also went through, and you might have noticed that there's like a little, okay. I just want to make it bigger so that we have more to work with and improve it. But you may have noticed, if I'll exit in a minute, I put in a couple little schools here and there. Like as I noticed them while I was working on the map, right? So this is a music school. I needed a kindergarten, so it's an elementary school, but imagine this is the Fanny Hensel Music School. Where people can go to get their fannies handselled and get very, very good at playing music, I guess. I also up here, no, over here. I think this is actually a university, but this is like a big music school. This whole little section here, like this appears to be Humboldt University. This is like their dormitories, and then they have like the opera, like a bunch of artsy stuff, like theaters and things around here. So I might actually try to, once we get big enough, put in a university section to represent Humboldt University up here. Plus I want to develop this whole region out, as well as up here, because there are a lot of utilities and things that are present up here. And a lot of, like, out here is all, like, zoned residential. So that could help us get our population up to the 8,500 that we are aiming for. But in the meantime, let's get Köllnischer all nice and pretty and just get people really stoked about it. So, let's see. I just want regular old city park, I suppose. So we got the main gate down already. So there's a really fun feature in Köllnischer, and if I'm pronouncing it wrong, don't hesitate to tell me you got that wrong. But so, well, actually, ooh, this is good. There is a restroom, like over here. Yeah, it's just like let's put a little park, small park. I want just a park side gate. Space already occupied by what? What's getting in the way here? Let me. Can do it here. It just won't let me put a little park in there. I could put it here, but that's a little far over. Okay, we'll finagle this a different way. So, net structures. Yeah, park path. Looking at it, I guess there is kind of like a little thing that sort of goes down here and then like down this way, but they just don't want me to build anything here. Weird. Is there like an official building? No? Yeah. Okay. That's a little frustrating if I'm being honest. If my nose sounds really nasally, that's because it is. No, I didn't want basketball courts. Please go back to city parks. Oh, I see. Large buildings. Like, interesting. And then there's a park main gate. One of these is the main gate, right? No, I'm not trying to build anything. Yeah. Anyway, there is a restroom here. It's actually kind of here, but a little bit back. The Untitled toilet. Can I just plop it? It's sort of angled, and I guess there is a little path. Let's do, instead of like a straight path though, I want, oh god. I need it. I need to get better at these little tabs, don't I? Let's do, yeah, I guess I don't have much trees along these paths. Something like, I don't want straight, I wanted a freeform. Can I connect this path somehow? Like, nope, oops. That's not what I wanted, okay. Ay, come on. I think one of the problems is my mouse is just horrendous. Oh, it really doesn't want me to build anything there, huh? Okay. Maybe we improvise a little bit. How's that gonna look? Well, it did get a park going there. It's not entirely accurate, but I mean, we might have to eyeball this because it's being a real pain. And I want this restroom. Yeah, it does kind of angle a bit, and it is, these trees kind of hide it from the road. I think those are the right trees. I want to say that is accurate. Can we do 2? Let's not do 2. Park info booth? No, we don't want that. Little plaza. The plaza might work. There is like let me zoom in. I know there's a bunch of little statues. Is there any kind of decoration like that? There's some gazebos. Are you climbing frame? Nah. Trampoline park? Really? I would have thought that they would have a fountain or a statue you can put in this park. Is it, what is this? Okay, this is to attract tourists. That's not what we want. What is this? Park buildings? Props. Maybe, here we go. So I can put in little props for people to visit. So, let's start, if we go over to the Untitled toilet, or whatever, there's, oh god, my nose itches. Is that a fence? It's actually a little bit of decoration too. Yeah, it kind of looks like there is a fence that goes between these. Yeah, maybe we put one in. I don't know, I don't love fences because it cuts off routes for the villagers, people to walk down. And we don't want park tiles. We're looking for like little... What are you? Little food stalls? No, I want statues if I can find them. Sandbox, sandbox. Old cannon. No statues, man. Well, that's a disappointment, because one thing about this park is so what they did was they salvaged some old statues and just kind of sprinkled them around the park. The main reason being, like, they were buildings that kind of collapsed, I guess, and they just clicked them up after World War II and put the statues all around, which I thought was kind of a fun idea. But I don't... Man, it seems odd that they wouldn't have... Oh, I think I will put a little fence. Just kind of straight down, as far as it'll let me do it. Come on. Yeah, something like that. What's going on behind this? Some trees. Okay. I guess we can put in a couple of trees in here. Maybe. Yeah, It's frustrating though, right? Because, well, what is this? This is for like a... so they do have, over here, a little kids' play areas, or any kind of thing that would represent that. Info booth. Definitely not... I don't need a pier. Gazebo. I just need, like, a little kid's playground. Climbing frame might work. But, man, it's going to be hard to get a level 4 city park. What are you? And a little trampoline thing. Info booth. These are just props. That doesn't really help me, does it? So let's see. I wonder, can I use props from any kind of park? Because some of these, like the pavilion, will look pretty good. Yeah, and they got these little spinny things. Looking at this is just kind of a little fort for kids to climb up and down in. Like the slide complex would probably be good. What does that look like? Yeah, it's surprisingly small actually. Well, can I rotate this? No. Okay, well, we'll put this in. So, like, it's this, and then get some standing stones and stuff. That's fun. Here's some statues. If we can find a bear statue, that would be great. And the reason why, so the, like, the animal for the city of Berlin is is the bear. And for years, this park had a little, like, bear... What's this, like a little kiosk? It's not exactly what I'm looking for. But it had, like... Okay, this rider statue will work. We'll just plop it somewhere in the park. There's a famous statue, too, of Hercules wrestling the Nemean lion. I don't know where in the park it is. I just know the park has it. And the satellite map is useless, and I haven't found any exceptional pictures of the park. So, yeah. I don't know. It's tricky. But, yeah, we also wanted a... It looks like they have not so much a seesaw here, but a... Well, there's a couple bench... Well, there is a bench already in there, huh? There's a bench, there's a statue of a bear, and then one of those, like, little things kids climb through. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just basically, it's not a carousel or anything, like, super crazy, but... I guess I'll just do... Ooh, the seesaws are so small, we can barely see that. I don't know. And these are all amusement park stuff. Oh, well. I think that this is, like, lacking a little bit. It's kind of a shame. At least the city park. The zoos and stuff have a lot of fun things. Old cannon. What I was hoping to find would be like a tower, like a small tower I could put up. Yeah, we're not near monuments yet. Oh, these are just actual parks. Plazas and things. Yeah, okay, well, we'll just kind of do what we can with the city park buildings. Okay, executive decision. Whoa, that's a big building. I'm gonna put this. Here, I guess. So, what this building represents, even though it looks nothing like it. Oh, can we... Why can't I click on this thing? A little decoration. Do I have to be in decorations? Because that is a problem for me. If I can't actually... Come on. Oh, yeah. Oh, well. So, what this represents is there's a old tower that was here. I don't know if it was actually there. Oh, my goodness. But, okay, well, I'm just going to decorate this park, like... So the idea is, and good God, this is like, take me forever to do, like, tiny little park, but... The basic idea... Park info booth. Park cafe. Got the restrooms. See, they don't have like decade cafes and stuff all over here. So it's not exactly... Did I never put in a park main gate? I did not. Okay. So how do I actually interact with these small park main gate, I see. Park side gate, side gate, side gate, park side gate, park side gate, okay. Cool, yeah, I don't, why can't I don't really love having this info booth. I'm gonna get rid of it because that's not really meant to be an info booth. We'll leave that to represent the kids' play area. Yeah, there's basically like a line of like 4 statues scattered throughout this section. And here's the cool part. This used to have a bear pit, and up until like the 90s. Bears lived in Köllnischer Park because they are the kind of they're a big deal. They're basically the emblem of the city of Berlin. So I'm going to represent that. This is not at all what they actually... It's like a pit, like a little zoo pit. I wonder, can I actually... Okay, refund me, please. Changing my mind because maybe the zoo has something that would work for this. Zoo main gate, zoo plaza, side gate, cafe, restroom, moose and reindeer enclosure, bear enclosure, antelope enclosure, bison, a reptile house. Yeah, the zoos have a lot. Sea life. So far, no bears. Rhino. I mean, lion is not bear, is it? Okay, so they don't really have bears. It's probably for the best. I didn't really want to have to build like a zoo. So, Okay, I guess we'll represent this with a plaza. And here's my reasoning behind that. It kind of is like a little decorated section. And it had like a whole bunch of plaques and stuff, and people can still walk like up and around it and all that, so it would be sort of a gathering space in this park. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's not perfect, but you know, nothing ever really can be. At least not on vanilla. Now, there is like a little food thing kind of over here. And part of me is tempted to just sort of represent that with a park cafe. Like extend the park down just a little bit over here and put in a park cafe. Okay. That seems to be part of the park, so cool. Park info booth. I don't think there's any real like official info booth type stuff. I'm sure most of the info about the park is just sort of little plaques. I suppose I could put one just near the front entrance, and that doesn't... Honestly, it doesn't really feel right. What about this part of the park? No, see up here, there's also a little thing going on, but it's not exactly... Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? This is awkward, but I'm gonna drop this. There's a line of office buildings that start kind of like right over here. I'm just gonna put one like here, near it, near where the offices would go. It's not accurate at all, but I do want to grow the park a bit, and that'll help. We should probably also get like a bigger main gate here instead of using like a small. So can I... No, I don't. Yes, and then we get this park main gate. I see, it's gigantic. What I'll do, I'm gonna maybe move this somewhere. Yeesh. It's too big is the real issue. You know what I could do? It would work pretty well as a plaza, wouldn't it? And there is like a quote-unquote plaza right here where this little dip is happening. So I'm gonna put it up here. I think it makes a little bit more sense. It'll still be within the park. How do you get parks to level up? Is it just visitors? Visitors and entertainment. Okay. And I would really like to get a main gate in here. So let's delete that and see if we can fit the main gate. A real main gate. So, okay, I guess I have to destroy the park and just accept it. That is frustrating, but... Okay. What looks like the most main gate part of the park? Yeah, probably here, actually. Okay. And then we go to paths again. Of course, it's going to be too short. So let's sort that out. Do straight. Oh god, it's it's gonna be a little annoying, isn't it? How do I get it to let me? That looks horrid. Is that anything actually legitimate? No, not really. Oh, sorry, my nose. Okay, let's just I'm gonna make that straight. Space already occupied. There's nothing. Ah, God, the space already occupied business. You know what? I don't even need this side gate. Yeah. I do. Well, I do kind of need it. Oh, man. When I get angry at it, like, bad things happen. What if I just turned off guidelines? Will you let me... It really wants to put it further up, man. Well, okay. We'll put in a... Oh, I ruined the little, like, thing, didn't I? I'm gonna move this main gate. It's not working, is it? It's not working. It's driving me nuts. And I don't even like how all that kind of turned out. Okay, so, this main gate, man, these episodes always frustrate me when I'm like trying to figure out a good placement and it's not working. Alright, I'm gonna actually scoot it over towards where the restrooms are, like here. Yeah, in between those trees. And then go back to my paths. A little park path. So technically this and these two should meet, and maybe it'll look good if I do it like this. That looks okay. And then we're just straight across. It's not fully straight across, but it's actually a little bit of a curve. So let's put a side gate back in. If we go to, where is it? Park, small building. Park side gate. Something like here. Oops. That would be the mouse double clicking like it always does. Drives me nuts. Okay, and now, we do freeform. Ooh, so close. Maybe if we start here, do like that. Does that look insane, or is that okay? Seems alright. I don't love that it added that thing. Oh, I'll tell you what. Go back. Yeah, delete that for now. We'll try to get back in. There's also like a gate here-ish. But I'm not actually going to add a proper gate. I'm just going to... Should I add a proper gate? Okay. I will. I don't actually know like how important adding gates is. It doesn't seem that important to me, honestly, but maybe it improves the status of things somewhat. Oh, don't add that. I don't want it to add that silly extra bit. It's the main reason I'm doing this. So, okay, we'll go up like this, and if you... Oh my god. How did I get this one so nice and neat, and this one is a nightmare? We draw it out this way, is it? Okay, It might be because there's too much of a curve. Too much of a curve. So if we... try to curve it a little. No. Ay, ay, ay. How close am I to rage quitting City Skylines? The most chill game. Pretty close. Oh god. Well. Anyway. I guess we're stuck with that. Let's get our little kids thing back. We can actually find it. What was it under? Park maintenance. Oh, that's a maintenance building, isn't it? Ah. So this could represent that little tower I mentioned, which I think does go here. So let's put that in. Let's also get this crazy jungle thing. Put that here. And I don't know how we're going to do the rest of the little statues, because apparently we don't have little statue things. Which is a bummer. I don't love that. We got some fountains and such, but that doesn't strike me as too great. We'll go back here. Man, I kind of want to try to straighten these out a bit, make it a little bit less insane. Park restrooms, park cafe we got. Got most everything in here. What we don't have are park plazas. This gazebo number 1. 2. Oh, climbing frame would probably work better than what we have. Okay. I'm gonna just for now not put much decoration in and leave it like that. Man, these pathways just don't look ideal, do they? Let's try to fix it. The trouble is we need to go up a little bit higher. God, I'm gonna look at the time and be like, oh my god, I've done an hour of this. let me actually check. Well, I didn't write down what time I started. Oh man, I think I've been going for like an hour. Shoot. This is supposed to be kind of a shorter series. Ah, geez, City Skylines. It's frustrating a little bit. Like, it's not easy to, how do I put it? It's not easy to actually record this sometimes, because, you know, I get caught up in making decisions, and it just kind of backfires on me. You know what? I'm going to go with a smaller one after all. I need more. It's a small space, and I need a little bit more room to work with. And I just don't have it with the large gate in the way. So small park main gate. Yeah, just right here is good. And I'm gonna futz with it off camera at this point. Apologies, like honestly, I feel like this was like we didn't complete the park. In fact, we've wrecked most of it. So it didn't go also hot, but that's gonna drive me so crazy. The little bit of how it gets messed up ever so slightly there. At least this section looks pretty good. Watch it not connect now. Straight. I want to add it a little bit there. Oh well. I think I just have to like say that is something I have to deal with. Like get used to it, I suppose. It's frustrating because it looks ugly, but not much I can do. At least now the park has like it's a little bit better ordered, I think. So good for that. But yeah, I think overall, we could probably get rid of this if we move. Let's make an attempt. Okay. Let's make a little attempt, and then I'm gonna call it a game. But if we relocate it up one, I feel like that's just gonna make it worse. Yeah, it made it way worse. Oh yay. The trouble is this, how it's like slightly angled. And this, like, yeah, if the angle was better, it wouldn't do this nonsense, but maybe I don't put an actual... Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I don't need a ton of gates anyway, so... And this way, like, people can walk through it and walk out this side without having to pay. Actually, I think it'd be a good idea to eliminate this one as well. Just that way, they can use this as... for transportation purposes. Like, they can... Without this entrance, they're allowed to go through the park without being charged. Which, if they're not visiting the park, I guess is fine. I don't know. I'll have to work on this part. Let's see. Total visitors in the next level. I need 500 visitors. And I need a little bit more entertainment. Okay, well, it's getting there. I think we'll mess around with some plazas a bit and figure out a way to get our information kiosk and everything positioned that isn't lunacy. But yeah, this is like my longest episode of City Skylines, and all I was doing was messing with some paths. Oh god, it's a little bit frustrating if I'm being honest, but yeah, I think it's just kind of how it goes. Sometimes, is there potentially a fence along here? Doesn't quite look like it. No, I think it's wide open. Well, anyway, I'll throw some trees down and try to figure out how I'm going to do little statues and things like that. Get the park up in levels so we can unlock more buildings, and it'll be good. Oh, look, everyone loves this takeout restaurant, huh? Delicious. It actually works. This whole complex, this is like the Chinese embassy right here. And there's like a little like dining and carry out. That's why I zone it commercial. But if I can just put park buildings wherever, why not put one here where I can actually? It makes sense to have a little restaurant here. Anyway, I'm happy not with the length of this episode, nor with the middle where it's just like probably just quietly putting stuff down and all that, but. My whole point is, I'm not gonna try to eliminate this little section, even though it drives me crazy. Anyway, I want to showcase Köllnischer Park. I want to talk about the bear pit that they had in there, a little bit about the statues and where they got them and all that, and yeah, there also was a tower here, and now this tower is cool. It wasn't a defensive tower. If you actually zoom out. You see how this section right here, it kind of looks like a Star Fortress, right? Like how Star Fortress has never had full 90-degree angles because its cannon fire will deflect off of it better if it's like this shape. Well, guess what? This is a section of the old moat that they had. And this tower right here is what's called a weir, and it's used to adjust the levels in a canal. Basically, weirs, like, they would pump water into the weir to fill it up, and then when they needed to fill the canal, they would open a door at the bottom of the weir and the water would flow out. So that's what was going on here. This whole section of the city, how it's like this kind of, like, you can see it over here too, this weird angle. Yeah, it's all part of you can see it like traced out. This is the old moat, and it also goes up here a bit with this strange road. But yeah, this was the big encirclement of the Central Prussian palaces and stuff. Like, this was where Castle Mitte or whatever, the core of Berlin had a whole bunch of little moats and stuff around here with little turrets and everything. So it's kind of cool to see that, you know, like, still existing in the architecture. These crazy angles were all about the defensive fortifications. They filled it in since then, and then basically built streets over the old moats. But you know, before that time, that's what was going on here. So I don't know. I think that's kind of cool. On that note, though, I'm gonna call it, because this is like the longest episode of City Skylines that we've done. It is, and honestly, just me like trying to figure out how to build up this little park. So I don't know how good it's actually is as an episode, so forgive me. But you know what? I want to play a little City Skylines. I want to do this park. It was supposed to be like a 20-minute episode, and it turned into a long episode. So anyway, cheers for tuning in, everybody. I'm going to continue. So off camera, my plan, I'm going to continue to build out some areas. I'm still trying to get to 8,500. I'd like to level up the park a little bit. I might build the opposite shore, because we're getting ready to actually build the bridge, and I have some cool plans for it, obviously. And I'm really like keen to get going on that, but we do need to build out this park and figure out the museum situation. We could use the museum stuff from a university. If we do that, though, we should probably build the biggest university in Berlin. I think is the one up here, which is, hold on, let me look on my map, the Humboldt University, which is kind of like all in this area. So yeah, maybe we'll do Humboldt University next. I don't mind that idea, honestly, because my citizens, when do you unlock like complex universities? Is that just something I can zone right now, or do I need to reach a population 8,500? So we're getting there, but obviously we want this park to improve. That will drive the land value up, meaning we'll upgrade more and hopefully get to the next milestone. So I'll probably do a little bit of work off camera, but I think next time we'll try to build up the university a bit, because those museum buildings that you get from a high-level university are going to be important for decorating around here. So, oh yeah, and I put a little bit more industry back here, just so we had some more like warehouses and all this stuff. Yeah, this whole complex is just kind of this big, like, it's all storage and warehouses for the power plant. And I think they might have like a little reclaim thing. I don't know. So anyway, my whole idea was I'll just zone it industrial. It should be okay, because next to this industrial area we have some office complexes, and that'll shield the residential areas largely from the ground pollution. Fingers crossed. So that's definitely another thing that we're going to add. Like, I'm going to also like try to build this out. I might do the roads and stuff off camera, because obviously like that's an important. We spent a lot of time on this side of the shoreline, but we haven't gotten any of the other side of the shoreline. So I think it's important that we do that. And finally, like, I would like to, I mean, I'm making money right now, but I'd like to unlock like the Brandenburg Gate and a couple of other things. And so to do that, I'm thinking of building another city that's basically just my personal design. And there's a new competition that they just announced, also for PDX Con. And it's basically designed a cool suburb. I think, you know, that'll be like a pretty short, sweet little project. Shouldn't take too long to do, and we can use that city because it's gonna be hard. I mean, like, I would have to build out a lot to unlock some of the unique buildings and stuff. So, and there's some that I'd like the Brandenburg Gate is government offices would be great too, especially because. Yeah, and see, average garbage piling per building at least 40. Stuff like that. I'd like to have a little, and some of the tourism and leisure stuff. Well, not a driving range, but, you know, just stuff for hotels and things of that nature. So, in order to unlock all that, I think it'll be easier to unlock it on another map. Because you share these across maps. Once you unlock it on one map, I think you get for all of them. At least it used to be that way. I don't know what it is now, but man, see, it would be nice to put like a statue. Can I plop a statue in the zone park? Oh, it's huge though. I don't need a huge statue. Any other useful fountain? No, there's not really a fountain in this park, so we've unlocked a couple of things, but there are a few that I think will be handy. Because like this impression office we could use as an office building somewhere, that kind of thing. So the opera house would be nice too, because there is an opera house in Berlin. Like there's one up here I saw. So things like that, like little decorative bits and bobs that I like to put down. I'm thinking I'm going to unlock in this other map, but basically, like, we're going to design a cool suburb for it. I'll probably not post many videos of that series. I don't even know if we want to call it a series. But I will post, obviously, at least the one video showcasing the suburb I build. Because that's part of the competition. And there's even a third competition. I don't know. I have some free time right now. I'm just kind of hooked on doing these little competitions. But, yeah, the other, like, the third competition is I don't know if I need this inside of the park for it to, probably don't, honestly. Like, if we click on the park, if we can just get more visitors, we'll be good. I'm not sure how you drive up visitors, but, like, there are a few people coming through, right? I mean, oh, he's just using this as a bypass. I think a lot of folks are. I mean, I'm glad I put it in because it looked ugly here, and I want people to be able to walk through the park for free, even if they aren't paying. Well, I don't know. Maybe I do need these gates because if I don't have them, maybe they don't count as visitors. I'm not sure. I am not sure. I think I'll look up the information offline. Anyway, those are my plans coming forward. Oh, right, and the last one is they want, and it's just a straight up, it's just a make your best colony in surviving Mars. So that might be fun too. I don't know if we're going to have time for all three of them, but I definitely can see us, like, obviously, like, we're finishing this one, and the suburb one, I think we would have time as well. So yeah, that's kind of my plan. The next few weeks are going to be a lot of City Skylines, a little bit of Nemesis, and like some science in Solaris. I've written it out. I've recorded. Like, all I need to do is come up with pictures to put into the video. So I'm almost done that one. I know it's taking me forever. We just had like a lot of family coming to visit now that people are getting vaccinated. Which is fun and great. It just also means I don't get any work done on my my city. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, everybody. And yeah, I'm out. This episode went on forever, much longer than I thought. I thought making this little park would take like no time at all. But you know, that's the name of the game. Sometimes it takes extra. It's going up slow, though. We'll figure out a way to get more people to show up and build this park out. But anyway, yeah. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, and cheers. Bye.